Hey, what is up everybody? How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. My name is Brian with Bluefoot Homestead. Definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. Check out my channel for some other content and stuff that I do. I would appreciate it. Again, I still have wasps all over the place. They're kind of like butterflies with a bad attitude. Yeah, at least those mud gobbers. So anyway, yeah, I want to talk about a prep today. Yes, something that's definitely good to have, mostly geared towards homesteading, and it is something that I have not gotten yet, but it is definitely on my radar, and it's probably going to happen sooner than later. So I can put up the one that I'm looking at, and I recommend something around that area. But if you're on a homestead, we're gonna have power down, we're gonna have cyber attacks, nukes, whatever the issue is, but most likely it's all gonna result ultimately in a power down situation. So a really good thing to have, at least know what's going on, is with the weather. Now, if it's going to maybe let you plan for certain things, plan for survival, plan on when cold's coming in, things like that. A lot of it's going to be geared towards the garden. Now, it's good to know, without the weather, as far as your watering schedules, water is going to be at a premium. So you don't want to waste water unless you have to. If you can set up your garden for basically a no water type gardening thing, there's people out there on YouTube that do it. You can probably just YouTube that and you're going to get videos that'll pop up. But it's good to know. If you need to do something under the cover of weather, it could be good to have, but it's good to know kind of the basics. The barometric pressure, the temperature swings, humidity, stuff like that. It'll let you get a good idea on what's going to be happening. I also recommend learning to storm chase, and you don't have to storm chase, but learning to storm chase really gives you a lot of knowledge just by looking up to the skies, just by looking at the cloud structures, whether you have cirrus clouds or altocumulus clouds or cumulonimbus clouds or anything like that. You can get a good idea of what's going on in the atmosphere. Wind direction. What way is the wind coming? Is that wind humid? Is it dry? Different things like that can really give you a good idea of what's to come over the next few days, 4 or 5 days even. Another thing is knowing, it's good to learn right now. Learn where your high and low pressures affect you in your area. Not really affect, but where do they go? What time of year do the low pressures go by? Like right now it is mid-June. The low pressure systems are basically going about 800 miles north of us. So we might get some cooler air that comes down with it. Once you learn where the fronts are associated with certain pressure systems, you can kind of get an idea with the wind direction, a barometer, if something's coming or going. It'll just give you a really good idea on what's going to be happening with the weather, mostly for any sort of crops, vegetables, gardens, things like that. But if you need to get some things done around a homestead, if you need to get some things done in a city after a grid down situation, it'll give you a good idea of, is it possibly going to be hot coming up? Is it going to be raining? Is it going to start cooling down depending on the time of year? Is it going to be windy? Things like that. So it's just definitely good knowledge to have in a grid down situation. And again, especially as you're going to be, as you're going to be homesteading, people that homestead or are out in the country or something like that. It's good knowledge to have. And definitely in a survival situation, if you kind of learn to look at the atmosphere and look at the clouds in the sky and get a good idea of what's coming on, it might make you hustle to a certain location, might let you take your time. It's just going to make you survive a little bit better if you choose to go out and bug out and go the survival route. But yeah, just wanted to bring this up, something a little different. I hear nobody talking about it. Usually ag farmers, agriculture, are the ones to do it. And they even go to the extent where large operations will hire a meteorologist to keep tabs on everything that's going on with the weather, so they can do proper fertilization, proper watering, and things like that. So they'll actually have somebody on staff as a meteorologist to keep track of all of it and monitor that. So you can do it all by yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and put up a picture post, screenshot of the one I'm looking at. Now I will say, if you get a home weather station, this is going to give you barometric pressure, your temperatures, sun up, sun down. I'm just going off the top of my head trying to think of the screen and everything that it has. Some of them will even give you a 5-day forecast, taking all the things that I'm talking about into account and doing a prediction for you. It's going to give you your wind, it's going to give you your rainfall, things like that. Now, when you go cheap with them, there are plenty of home weather stations that are $89 to $200. Stay away from them. There's good names, bad names. Stay away from them. I mean, you can probably see it in the reviews. I was going to say, ignore the reviews. You know, if people are really hyping up a certain product or something like that. Definitely spend a little bit of money on it. Now, the best ones are probably $2,000 to $4,000. What makes it good? What makes it bad? Okay, pretty easy. Cheap ones break. You're gonna have parts. There's a lot of moving parts with it. On the cheap ones, they will fail on you. I think that wasp is pissed off at me now. I didn't kill him. Nope, I didn't kill him. Yeah, this some of these sprays don't really work very well. They're building up an immunity, I think. Anyway, cheap ones will break. Once you get into the mid-range, they have a lot higher quality. They're gonna last. The cheap ones, you might get a year out of. The mid-range ones, you might get 4 years out of. The top tier ones, like your Davis and stuff like that, you can build your own system. That's going to be your multi-$1,000 ones. You can get them a little bit cheaper. I think you can get them down to about $500. But those make it, they're more modular. So you can, if a part fails, they can ship a part out to you really quick. You can get it back up on your stand or pole or whatever you have it on and be back in business. The mid-tier ones aren't as easy to just go ahead and replace all the parts, even though it is a little bit easier. The cheaper ones, or easier than the cheaper ones. The cheaper ones, they're disposable. You know, there's like some AccuWeather ones and stuff like that for like $129.99. It's going to work great for a couple days, and you're going to start getting false readings. False wind readings are the biggest one. You want something that's going to be pretty accurate. And you're going to be able to use this for a lot of different things as far as SHTF goes. So yeah, I wanted to run that by you. A home weather station absolutely should be on your prepping list, as much as anything in that range. If you are growing a garden, if you need to know what the weather is going to be for whatever situation, it is definitely good to have. Now I'm going to add on here at the end a NOAA weather radio that's battery powered or something like that. They have the crank radios and whatnot. I have one that's dedicated NOAA radio. That didn't want to come out right. A dedicated NOAA radio that does run on power, battery power. So as long as I have enough batteries, I can flip it on, see what's going to be going on for the week. I don't know if he flew by the screen, but that was a big old red hornet. Cats are eyeballing it too. Enough about the hornets. You can run that on battery power, just check it. Yeah, they're taunting me. I gotta finish this up. You can check in really quick on those and get an update for all the basics, but it's good to know real time on your property what's going on with the weather. So before I get stung, I'm gonna go ahead and bug out to the living room and close this video up. So wanted to share that with you. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hope this video helps and it gives you something to think about. So till next time, I'll talk to you then. Peace.